Today we are mainly be focusing on designing car in different perspective and understanding the intricate details of it. And you could see in the reference how I am going to try this time to make it look more appealing with having a great understanding of design behind it. So let's go. First I start with creating a wheel difference, because that's how you get a right proportion. When you start a sketching, how much the wheel width difference you have given is the most important thing. Mainly 4 wheel difference we give on a sports car and basic cars, and then some have 3 wheel difference, some have 2 wheel difference, but it is depend upon vehicle types. So but currently we are mainly be working on a sports car, so we start with a 4 wheel difference, or maybe some have 3 wheel difference too. So it's depend upon its design, how it has been designed. So and then we are mainly making the basic seam line which is going to be follow on the car. I try to capture the details as strongly as I could, because see, if I'm making videos, that is not my purpose is just only to make videos. For me is how I am taking it further ahead, which gonna help me to grow with it, to give actual detailing. I could understand more details about the design, maybe practicing some detailing and trying something new way of giving details day by day is important for me to having fun with my work with a good understanding. Because if I'm not getting right proportion right time, I not feel good about it, because it's make me happy to I try to design something new and things are coming out well. And for me it's important how much I'm trying to be accurate about the design. And I would say the headlight is the eye of the car, where you could also visualize the mood, because when you see design in much more serious way, you got to know that every car has their own mood, and they are basically designed in such perspective that what kind of mood it gonna be feel like when any user gonna come and buying want to buy. So how they can interact with car with knowing their moods, with knowing like car mode, like car is designed for a rough and tough look and having a very not cutie face, having a very aggressive look, which is ready to go for fun, go for a ride, which having a very depend upon its user. I would designing automobile, I learn a lot how a sketch has a very important role in terms of design. Like there are thousands of sketches are done to come up with a unique idea or come up with a new idea of vehicle. They are not just had been designed and ready to go. There are very long background work. There are different one team which gonna decide what kind of mood headlight will there in the car. There is very big teamwork, I would say. That is the design not just come at a angle of it ki things are just a start and completed very easily. There are very big team behind every kind of design, so it's important to understand the detail of it, a teamwork, and then come a unique design in market. There are 4, and now you could see detail is little bit bad, but see, uh, as a human you do things wrong, then you just come up with right ideas. It's important to do mistakes in my perspective, but always learn from mistakes and then try to not repeat same things again. But in terms of sketching, I do multiple times mistakes, and yeah, like but yeah, I'm trying to to repeat the same things again, but yeah, sometimes it's happen. it's not in my hand, but I try to be not to do that kind of fault again in terms of its style, in terms of its understanding. Now you could understand how I have created such type of form. And for me it's very important to having a very, not very accurate, but a decent right proportion of anything is very important for me, because I want to visualize it too in very great way where I could understand the details in more prominent, with more, like I would say, as much detail I could achieve, I try to achieve that. And that's how like professionalism is come. When you take things very seriously, then only things move to a final touch or final look. If you taking anything very lightly, you can't be achieve details which for example a Bugatti takes the achievements and the way they have designed their ergonomics, aerodynamics, applying aerodynamics in their cars, like the detailing behind it. When you see premium cars are just not just made, they have a great understanding of art, great understanding of design, use case, and then engineered in such a way that it could be possible in the world. They are very much strongly designed in such perspective. And changes come in my life where I start putting design ideation, where I put my sketches a lot, and to understand, to tell someone that how much I am capable in visualization, and it's totally be worth it. Like when you do such type of things, you literally, like if someone can feel ki you have a dedication regarding this, they will definitely gonna give you a chance. But you think that you just go ahead with saying you want to design and you just want a chance, how can someone will give you I desire what I need and what I wish to. It's depend, like it's totally depend upon the situation and how you handle that type of thing in your life. So as you see now, almost the form is being done, and let's just detailing it out. I would do some color so that you could understand the basic depth difference. So let's just give a depth through, mainly I will trying to create a depth at the place where it's required, so that we could see the surface line, because the most important thing in the industry of automobile is the surface, how you give the surface right depth by using light and shadow, by using your lines and trying to depict that kind of feel is very, very important. It's so much important when you are trying to give such kind of effect in your design. Like as you could easily be see how I'm trying to give proportion right and having a impactful form with its feature. Now you could feel the form more detailed and understandable perspective, I would say. So let's just detailing it out. So it's almost getting done, I would say, in this perspective. I'm not gonna do a very strong detailing, because as a designer you doesn't need to be things making very much decorative in terms of visualization, because you have to be a designer where you imagine things, and imagination will come when you know how to visualize things quick and faster. And if you start decorating things, it's not mean to do like that, because like try to understand, that is a very strong point. People start decorating things and taking 2 hours just coloring it. Here you just need to visualize as light as you can. Like, go with very light, very light. As much light you can go, and trying to create depth is very important. And then just again jump with new perspective, so that you could imagine at the same time multiple angle of the car, so that your design will have a understanding. And here I'm just trying to understand the detailing, just a basic detailing of the car, and then I will simply jump to the next figure of it, so that I have a great collections of a car where I just understand things in multiple way. And there are, see, I am just trying to speak note, and like I say a lot many things, maybe some points are not being applicable at here, but I say it because I also learning to speak strongly, and trying to understand about art and design by visualizing the sketch and having a good interaction with my viewer, and understanding its detail in much more logical way, how much I could. So it's important for me to interact with you and trying to talk about the design in much more effective way, I could say. So let's go with the new pose, I would say new perspective, where I'm just trying to detailing it out. So like now you just understand the new figure, where I'm just trying to 1 2 3 4. So yeah, mainly 3 wheel difference I'm taking this time. So it's important how much difference you are trying to take, so that you come. And then I'm just trying to get a rear view, understanding the rear view, how the lines or seam lines is going to become, and then trying to follow it in my next design. Yeah, up, I would say front bonnet lines, and how the headlight eyes will going to look like. It's important to understand the figure based on its use case, I would say. And then now I'm just trying to see, I would say when you are designing car now, it's literally all about how you interpret, how you fully free your hand, or fully free your movements to get a detailing right is very important. Because when I am designing, I try to get and capture the lines in a flow, the form and depth in very flawless manner, I would say. And I'm just trying to replicate that in my designing. For me, it's very important how I'm trying to give the detailing with accuracy, the real depth. When you know such type of things, you literally will come up with a very strong ideas, which makes a good impact on your design. For me, currently the most important thing, how well I could explain my design, is the most important part for me. And as a sketching, I know, as ideation level, I know I try to give as a try to give a very good result in terms of understanding about design, but I want to explain it very strongly, so that any person who viewing my videos, they could understand the feel behind it, and then they could appreciate based on their experience. But yeah, I want to give him the best, and for giving him the best, I need to understand too, like how I will go with the flow, and go with my designs, with its understanding. It's important for me, and that only will matter for me. How well I could explain my design to you is my main priority currently. maybe some lines are not very strong in the term of telling right proportion of the car with its depth. So I'm just detailing it out in such a way that I could create a good understanding about how the form are deep in some places and how they are not in some other places. Now I'm just trying to give right depth to it by applying alcohol marker. So now you could understand how I'm just making things not just visualizing good but also having a not good but yeah having a basic understanding about its depth and feel of line. Now you could easily visualize its depth. Let's just detail out the body first. Fitting design at any place is, in my perspective, is important thing. One of the most important thing. If you know how to fit something on a paper in a smart manner, how much you could, so that is very important. Vision behind designing is more important than just visualizing it without having a good understanding of it. It's so important. When you start any such type of work, you need to be very much conscious about the terms which are going to be used to make such type of design more logical in terms of its feature, in terms of its feel and essence behind design and how things are going in the use case, and taking such type of depth in terms of its understanding is little bit challenging in its visualizing terms, but things make a strong impact if it's designed in that kind of understanding. Sketch is very important to capture the essence and feel of rough and tough in your concepts. Let's wind up the session at here and just practice the way I've done, maybe much more better way than this based on your preferences. Let's thank you for seeing the video, or I could say watching the video. Let's wait for the next video.